Deep in the heart of the whispering woods, tucked inside the hollow of a grand old oak tree, there was a library. And inside that library lived the tiniest, most dedicated librarian you could ever imagine. Her name was Mira, a chibi mouse with round little glasses, a cozy cardigan, and a heart absolutely overflowing with love for books, and for the readers who needed them most. Every single day, Mira noticed something. Some readers would come in with drooping ears and cloudy eyes. They'd pick up a book, flip through a few pages, and then just sit there, quietly hurting. It made Myra's tiny heart ache. She wanted so badly to help, but she was shy. Too shy to walk up and say the right words. So one night, she had a little idea. A secret idea. After every reader went home, Mira would light her tiny acorn cap lantern and tiptoe through the shelves. She'd pick out the books she thought a hurting heart might reach for, and she'd tuck a small handwritten note inside. The notes said things like, "You are not alone. This chapter of your story is not the last one. Someone out there is rooting for you, always." She never signed her name. Not once. Weeks passed. Then one rainy afternoon, a young fox came into the library. His name was Finn. His eyes were red, his tail dragged along the floor, and he barely made a sound as he pulled a book from the shelf and slumped into a chair. Mira watched from behind a stack of encyclopedias, her heart squeezing tight. Then, Finn turned a page. And a tiny folded note fluttered down into his lap. He blinked, picked it up with trembling paws, and read it. The note said, "Even the darkest forest has a path through it. Keep walking, dear heart. You are braver than you know." Finn stared at those words for a long, long moment. And then, slowly, he smiled. From her hiding spot, Mira saw that smile bloom across his face like a tiny sunrise. Her own eyes went wide and glistening. She pressed a little paw to her chest. It had worked. It really, truly worked. Finn looked around the library, wondering who could have left the note. He never did find out. But before he left, he did something Mira didn't expect. He pulled out his own pencil and wrote a note of his own. And tucked it into a different book. Kindness, it turns out, is a little bit like a seed. One tiny note had planted something in Finn's heart, and now he was planting it for someone else. Mira watched with the biggest, sparkliest eyes in all the whispering woods. And so, the little library in the old oak tree became the most magical place in the whole forest. Not because of spells or enchantments, but because tucked between every page, there was the quiet, powerful promise that someone cares. Someone always cares. So the next time you open a book and feel a little less alone, maybe it's just the story working its magic. Or maybe, just maybe, somewhere nearby, there's a tiny mouse in round glasses, rooting for you with her whole heart. Mouse face yellow heart.